This video today is going to teach you how to progress in statics, but it's part 2. If you haven't watched part 1, go right now to watch part 1 because you will not be able to understand anything that I'm saying right now if you haven't watched it yet. But today we are going to talk about part 2. Now in part 1 I talked with you about the fact that you have to think about intensity and not about volume, okay? So if you want to progress from the tack plunge to the advanced tack plunge to the straddle plunge to the full plunge, you have to walk through the intensity phase, which means that every time you have to increase the weight on the bar, and in calisthenics equivalent is just increasing the progression. So when we're talking about the progressions, we're talking about intensity. Alright, so if you're stuck in one of the progressions, it's about your intensity phase. But if right now you have gone to the point that you want to get better at a certain progression, for example, you already achieved the full plunge or you already achieved the full front lever, you want to train for volume and not for intensity. And this is really important because for most of the beginners, they are able to progress from the tack to the advanced, to the straddle, to the halfway, to the full plunge with the progressions through the intensity. But when they are trying to get better at the full plunge or at the full front level, more intensity will not help you. And I repeat that again, more intensity will not help you. What you need to focus on is about volume. Okay? So intensity is for the progressions, but volume is to master a skill. Now, let's say right now you achieved your first ever full front lever hold, 3 to 4 seconds, and you right now want to get to the 10 seconds. Okay? What you're going to do, instead of doing more intensity, which means to add, for example, a ankle weight or putting a resistance band on your hips to make it harder, what you actually want to do is to do more of a bad form to increase the number of seconds that you're getting in the full front lever hold. That's literally it. You are chasing volume, and when you're chasing volume, the intensity has to go down. Okay? So if there was a graph, okay, let's say that you want to increase the volume, the intensity has to decrease, okay? And if the intensity has to decrease, you can do it by reducing a progression, but you already achieved the full, so you want to train the full, and that's why you are breaking the form and doing some of a bad form just to make sure that you are able to progress with the volume. That's literally it. Most people, what happened to them is that there are things that because they progressed from the tack to the advanced, to the straddle, to the full with the intensity method, they're thinking that they have to go through the intensity method again to reach 10 seconds or to get better at combos. But the actual thing is that this is wrong. And the right way to do it is to improve in volume. Okay? If you truly want to improve and get from the full front lever to the point where you can train the full front lever touch, for example, which means that you have to get good volume level at the front level, intensity will not help you, okay? You have to train for the volume, and you can do it by just doing bad form, okay? Now I will not break it down like how you can use really bad form to make sure that you can progress the fastest way in the volume phase, but what I'm saying to you is that you have to focus on volume and... Okay, that was really close. Okay, so let's come back. What I was about to tell you is that if you want to master a skill, you have to work with volume and not with intensity. The 3 seconds hold, the 5 seconds hold will not really help you. That's about the intensity stuff, okay? Between 3 to 8 seconds of a full set. Okay, most of the time when you're training for intensity, a full set can take just from 3 to 8 seconds. But if you want to master a skill, if you want to truly master a skill, if you already unlocked the front lever or you already unlocked the full plunge and you want to master it, you have to focus on volume. And when we're talking about volume is a set should take 10 seconds plus, okay? For example, for my students who already have the full front lever, sometimes they are having sets of more than 20 seconds, and I let them enter into a bad form just because I know that they can convert it on the way to volume and then master the skill. This is literally the only way to do it, because if you will get stuck in the intensity phase too long, you will just not be able to progress. And this is literally what happened to me and what happens to so many others. And that's why I'm here right now doing this video, to make sure that you will not do the same mistake that I've done in the past. Instead of thinking about intensity, you want to convert it into volume, okay? But only after you achieved the full plunge and the full front lever. If you haven't achieved those skills yet, as I said, go watch part 1. But if you're currently stuck for more than a month on a single progression, or even you are stuck on mastering a skill and you're not really able to achieve more volume, that probably means that you're doing something wrong. And this is why I'm here for that. If this video was helpful for you and you actually understand that to get better, you need more knowledge, you need more guidance if you truly want to improve, because that's the right way. If you're truly serious about your calisthenics journey and you're currently feeling stuck or not improving, this is your chance right now to enter into my one-on-one coaching. Currently, there is more than 20 students who got crazy results with their plunge, with their front lever, and I'm here for that to help you as well. If you're this kind of guy who is really serious about this calisthenics journey of his, just go to the link in the description, book a call, and let's see if you can fit into my team. Thank you so much for watching this video. If it was helpful, please like this video, send it to a friend who's stuck on mastering a skill, who doesn't know that you just have to do volume instead of intensity, and let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions about this subject. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos like this, and I will see you in the next video.